there are big chance for her to get out. One of you will go stop. If one of you cannot stop is addict, like of course the other one will be have to use her brain. Like, oh no. But that's a long time. It's a period of time. And if we don't move from there, then that continues. And I will be just... You feel that yourself, that you hated me and you love her. Don't deny it.
No, I
There's a
deny it.
feeling.
No, I'm not gonna agree with that. I deny that. That I hated you.
It's not that you hated me, but there's no favor on me. There's no favor on me.
I don't know what you mean.
The favor is not on me.
Yeah, okay.
If you decide that now, yeah, I will do your ask about Israel. I will. I do.
It's pretty easy.
If I'm not...
You just have to disagree with genocide and murder, mass murder, not only of fighting men, but of children, babies, women, just trying to live their life, and make it bombs dropped on them or soldiers coming to shoot them face to face by some people who think they're God's chosen people, they're better because they're Jews and they adopt the name of Israel. So then that means they're okay to kill the native people. Because maybe not, their ancestors were from there however many 1,000, 1,500, 2,000 plus years ago. Some of their ancestors were from there. Not all, obviously, because they're white. They look like where they came from. They look like the people of Poland and Lithuania and Russia and Germany. They just happen to still have the Jewish religion passed down from them, from their ancestors.
So it means that you don't ask me to continue my support with Israel.
Go ahead, support Israel, but condemn Zionism. Support the Israel of the Bible, not the Israel of 1948 until today.
Oh, so what about me?
King David can be your favorite king, the king of the Israelites, or whatever his title was.
Okay.
Yeah, you can keep on reading Bible stories about how Abram with no H became Abraham with an H. Just don't connect them to what's going on today.
Okay.
It's easy because you can look at the chosen people, God's chosen people, the Jews, who do not support Zionism. You can just be on their team. Team non-Zionist Jew. Team Jew who supports Palestine. Team Jew who thinks that Palestinians are equal to the European Jews or the Jews from other parts. Most of them came from Europe, that's why most of them are white, but some of them came from North Africa, yeah, it's true. So they were darker skin, or it came from, I don't know, Iran, maybe, Persia. Some of them were living over there. Or some of the Stan countries, like Uzbekistan or something.
Okay. And
I don't know what they're talking about when they say it's in the Torah, meaning Old Testament. They say it's in the Torah that all Palestinian land must be returned to Palestinian sovereignty. I don't know what that chapter and verse they're thinking of. If it's in the Torah, I guess that means it's in the Bible, in the Old Testament. But I don't know exactly where they're looking. But even if you're not considering religion at all, if you're not thinking of Torah or Quran or New Testament, just thinking about people, and people have a right to live as equals to the other people around them. And it never should have happened that this one guy from like Poland or somewhere, Austria, a Jew from one of those countries, I can't remember his name, Herzlberg, something like that. He's known as the father of Zionism. It was his idea to create a state called Israel. He came up with the idea before World War II, and then after World War II was his opportunity, because the Ottoman Empire, after World War I guess, was his opportunity. The Ottoman Empire fell. Then it was called British Palestine. And then I guess World War II happened and the world was in chaos, and Britain supported this Herzlberg or whatever his name was, this declaration that now there shall be a homeland for the Jews. Instead of Jews just living everywhere, now there will be a homeland. But, the problem with that is there's already people there, and these Zionist Jews, they just move in, and if they want the land for Jewish settlement, but there's already people there, okay, no problem, just kick them off the land. And if it happens that you kill them while you're kicking them off the land, no problem. And Great Britain support that. And I guess the United Nations supported the partition of the land. It was supposed to be about 50-50. About 50% Palestine, 50% Israel. Even though the Palestinians didn't agree to that. But that's what the UN came up with. And I guess Great Britain agreed to that. Maybe the US too. Jerusalem was supposed to be an international city, an open city, not belonging to Israel or Palestine, but being a city that anybody could visit, because it's an important city for Jews, Christians, and Muslims. So, but then Israel was not happy with the 50-50 divide. They just keep expanding, taking over more and more land, kicking out more and more native people, native Palestinians. And then there's the surrounding countries, Egypt, Syria, Jordan. They try to stop what they see is going on in 1967. But unfortunately, when they attack, they lose in only 7 days because Israel was armed by the United States and maybe other countries. So they had a better military. So, the Zionist entity, I don't want to call them Israel. Because I don't...
What is the Zionist entity? Who are they?
The so-called Israel. The Israel of today, the Israel created by Europeans, European Jews. Europeans, nonetheless. Even though they're Jews, they're still from those countries of Austria, of Lithuania, of Russia, of Poland, of Germany. It's not like they're not real Polish people or real Russians just because they're Jewish and not Christian. Okay, so I don't know, should I talk about why I'm saying this? I'll just talk, and I guess you can tell me if I said something you don't want me to say.
Okay.
I'm gonna just talk about some background information, and then I'll get to this stuff that you want me to say.
Okay.
So, after Jinky left me, I'm looking for somebody to replace her, somebody to stay with me, as a wife, as a girlfriend, but as a wife, type of relationship. And I kind of met some people in Bulacan, but nothing ever lasted. And then up in Ilocos Sur, it's not easy to meet people. It's not easy to meet single people. And so eventually I just looking for someone to come be my helper, because I wanted to replace, I don't remember who, maybe what was her name? What was her name? The granny? Whatever.
Janeline.
Yeah, Janeline. I wanted to replace Janeline or the Bakula I had, Rafa, one of them. For whatever reason, I didn't want them anymore, and I'm looking for someone else. And I got in contact on Facebook, saw an ad, and it was Marjorie, and drove. Still a local Sur province, but it feels like I'm driving to the other end of the Philippines, because it's way up in the mountains on this crazy road. And so anyway, I get there to her uncle, and looking for Berkeley Domingo, and meet Marjorie, and yeah, so I bring her back to the house, and yeah, so just skipping ahead, she was there for a day, but then we spent time together again. We went on a hike together. And anyway, skipping ahead again, then I guess it was me who's, well, no, so I find another girl in the local store, Rosalind. But then Rosalind's like, after like 2 or 3 weeks or something, no, I have some bad news for you. I don't want to be with you. So that relationship didn't last very long. And then I guess even during this time I was with Rosalind, Marjorie was messaging me and I was just ignoring her because I'm with Rosalind. But then Rosalind breaks up with me, so then I pay more attention to the messages from Marjorie. And she's like hinting that she wants to come to my house, and from wherever she was at the time, Locos Norte, she had a job in a call center and she wanted to come in like on her break or something in between contracts. So I guess I was thinking that she wanted to come and be my lover, but I guess she was thinking I just need somewhere to go in between contracts. So Jenilyn was there, I remember, and so I guess I told Jenilyn that Marjorie would just sleep in my room with me, and Marjorie was thinking that I would just have her sleep on the floor in the living room or something. But so we had different ideas of what it was going to be. Yeah, so she came into my room, and I guess our physical relationship started at that time. I can't really remember. Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
She confirmed.
And in the morning we started already our relationship. We agreed that we can be we will be your lover.
Yeah, that first night we spent together, the bed sheet became stained with blood. Ew. Because of what? Either you were having a period and we had sex during your period, or you were a virgin, or both.
No need to tell that.
Okay, I cut that out. Right. So that was February 2024, I guess. And then at the end of February, right, you came to the resort in Manila. Right. You were with me, and then I said, okay, my parents are coming, so come to the resort and spend the time. But then you said that you had the time to go to the resort, but then during our time at the resort, you're like, I have to go now. And we still had 1.5 days in the resort, so you were gonna ride the bus. You had to leave early to go get this job, start the new contract. But then I said, oh no, stay and just be with me. And you don't need that job. So you chose me instead of that job. And maybe that was a mistake, right? You should have kept that job, right? Because I'm not good. I'm not a good guy, right? What is this? You paused it? So you chose me, and I don't know if that was a good decision, but you did, and then the time in the house in Bantai came to an end, and we moved to what we could find, which was rooms near downtown Vigan, or a room at first, and then 2 rooms, and I guess it was a mistake of mine to leave and go down to Pampanga to pick up Jennifer, my old lover plus friend, but ex-lover, and bring her to, for a short time, live in the same room. It's just crazy of me to do that, right? Say, hey, okay, Jennifer, sleep up on the top bunk, and me and Marjorie and Alex, too many people in a stupid room, as big as this bedroom, and then I got the room next door. I guess it was gonna be for Rosalind because she has my daughter, but then Rosalind didn't want to live there, so then it was Jennifer. I guess something like that. The timeline I don't remember, but something like that. And so I'm renting 2 rooms, and so Jennifer's next door, and it was I wanted, someone to be in a stable relationship with, and it was Marjorie, and I don't know if, can you say that there's like a person that you're supposed to be with? Or is it just like you find what you find and you make it work? But I was with Marjorie, and of course there's things that I don't like about Marjorie, but it just doesn't mean, I guess, we can't be together. It's just I mean, she is who she is, and that's it. So, but it was my mistake. I shouldn't have gone to get my ex-lover and bring her, and I don't know what I was doing, I guess. I don't fucking know. But do you want me to talk about what happened? I mean, how I visited her in the room?
No.
Okay.
So you just stop.
So I guess, well, I mean, Marjorie has been telling me in the past 2 or 3 days since she saw a picture of me kissing Jennifer outside during that time where she was living in the room next door. There was a time when her cousin visited, and her cousin's boyfriend, and I took them in my car, Alex, Jennifer's cousin, and Jennifer's cousin's boyfriend, out to the view deck or out to the beach, and Marjorie didn't come. And in those two places, me and Jennifer kissed each other. And in one time we took a picture. And yeah, that was not something that we should have done. And I don't put all the blame on Jennifer. Marjorie's telling me like Jennifer should have shown more respect and should have known to tell me no, don't kiss me because you have a girlfriend and you were pregnant at the time, right? So I don't know, 50-50 blame for me and Jennifer. We kissed each other, we both agreed to do that. And yeah, that was wrong. And so now I am going to stop my financial support to Jennifer Diola, obviously. And so I will not be sending her money anymore to attend college or her living expenses. And the money that I have been sending, which was somewhere around 12 or sometimes up to 15,000 pesos a month, will go to support other people, and those people will be the siblings of Marjorie or her parents, whatever she decides. Yeah.
That's it.
That's it.